You're listening to the Caramel Apples podcast, the apple snack that brings you a retro vibe, both crunchy and sweet. Have you ever found after watching a commercial jingle or two, you feel the need to go out and get in your car and get those items? Not just because of what you heard, but because of what you saw. The key component of advertising, here we are, part 4, Mascots, with your hosts Kennedy Rizzo and Cooper Lee. We are no shortage of mascots. They are everywhere you look. We're going to get into that caramelicious topic. But before we do that, we would love for you to subscribe. Feel free to check out our website, RetroTrekwithTheCaramelApples.com. You can see what's going on here in the Retro Orchard. And feel free to say hello to us on all the socials. We love to hear from you. We enjoy knowing what your own personal memories are, and especially on those topics that we're talking about of the week. And if you didn't know, we take our coffee with a little cream and sugar. We're not opposed to espresso. We will gladly take an iced coffee. And also just plain old black. But anyway, buymeacoffee.com/RetroTrekCaramelApples so you can give us a caffeine boost. Thanks a latte.
So, we have been talking about mascots and the allure of such, for a few weeks now. And Orchard Archivers, have you ever wondered why some brands just stick into your head and your mind forever? I mean, we have. That's why we're talking about it.
Yeah.
But it's not just the products, it is the mascots that really truly drive the need to have these items. Well, these lovable and sometimes wacky characters makes brands unforgettable, hence why we are enjoying this motive topic. Coop and I agree that a great mascot doesn't just represent a brand, it also tells a story and it builds that trust with the consumer and creates an emotional connection. So, we're going to go over a few more off the top of our heads, that have resonated over the years that really fuel the nostalgic pull and draw of wanting certain items when you see these mascots telling you to come by, come visit us, or whatever.
Yeah. And I think with the ones that we're going to talk about today, this is literally so much so of an emotional draw more than anything else because you grow up with seeing these mascots like from probably basically since you could open your eyes, they've been around. So they definitely make an impression, and we know it has become like some sort of lifelong goal for a lot of parents, to take their kids to see, like Disney, for example. When it comes
Yes.
down to Mickey and Minnie and Donald and Daisy and Goofy and Pluto, like they were the mainstays back when we were growing up. We
Mm-hmm.
knew about others, but they weren't like tangible. But if you went to Disney World or Disneyland, you would see Mickey and Minnie running around and doing stuff. So you think about the impression on a young child's mind. They've seen this caricature on their TV and now they're in life size model and they can get a picture with them and they can feel and touch them. Like that just, you talk about an emotional connection. That
Yes.
probably just drums up all sorts of feel goods, right?
Yeah, because it did for us.
Yeah.
I mean, because as a kid, when you see these characters talk, interact with each other, and play out, their scenarios play out, you are drawn to them. You feel like they're real.
Yeah. Then when you do see them, you're like, well, they are real. Without a doubt, that has to be when they're going for the branding, that's like top tier for them, right? They're probably like, that's the upper echelon when you've arrived to
Yes.
that point. and you really touched
Mm-hmm.
somebody's heart and made an impression. So it's generational. Again, generational. Those kids grow up, they have their kids, and they take them, and then those kids have their kids. Like, they've made it. Mickey has made it. He is cemented as probably the top tier mascot ever.
He has a whole empire built around him. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes.
Pretty impressive. And
Yeah.
even like cruise ships, everything. Like, yeah, that's a brand. That's a brand to be reckoned with.
Oh, 100%. And as we mentioned, we have Mickey, who, when you think of Disney, the first character you think of is Mickey. Then you'll think of others. But you come on closer to present day, like when we grew up, we saw the movies, featuring the Disney princesses, but they weren't even coined as the Disney princesses yet, right?
No, they weren't. No.
You just knew Cinderella, you just knew Snow White and Belle. You just knew them. But coming forward, then they were coined the phrase of Disney princesses for the generations that are around now, and they have indeed also become mascots of sorts, because these little girls, they can go and see the Disney princesses and feel them and touch them and hug them and get pictures with them.
Yeah, you can even throw Tinkerbell in there.
Yes, I love Tinkerbell. She's my favorite. But yeah, it's like, that's really what we're talking about. The point of the mascots do their job when it's just, as soon as they see that person, maybe that's what they're thinking about all day. That becomes the lifelong goal. We've known people personally, when their children became of age, they were like, that's the goal, to get to Disney World with our children so they can be old enough to enjoy it. But that was definitely on the bucket list, right? For the kids, they were going to get them there.
That's
So
right. That's right. Yeah, we actually have some friends that they are fans.
that's right. They are. They are. And it is very, very cool. So, as we are speaking about mascots and of the puppety kind that you can see, feel, and touch, can't help but think of the Muppets, right?
Oh yes.
Now, what night was that they used to come on?
Sunday?
Was it Sunday night?
I think so.
Okay. My generic mind made it Saturday, but I trust yours. It probably was Sunday.
That's a dangerous undertaking. But thanks, Rero, to confidence.
But yeah, like the Muppets, they were around. I can't even remember. They've been around since we've been around. There's
Yep.
that.
Hmm.
So they might even reach back into the 60s. I'm not 100%. But if you know that, Orchard Archivers, feel free to leave that in the comments wherever or on the socials. Let us know. But they really became huge because it wasn't just the show that came on weekly. Then they had movies put out, right? So you had movies. I believe they even did like ice shows that featured Sesame Street. Sesame Street on Ice.
Yes, yes. Oh, that was our jam.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Now, if you were to pick out of the Muppets, who would you say is probably, if somebody heard Muppets, their brand recognition, who would you say is their mascot, top mascot?
Probably Kermit.
Kermit? Okay. Okay. I was going to say Big Bird.
Big Bird Sesame Street.
Oh my gosh.
What's the matter with you?
Ha, ha.
Rewind, strike that.
So let me
Yeah.
save Coop though, because I think Kermit was on Sesame Street. He did make guest appearances on that. So that's probably the crossovers. That's what it is.
Thank you for helping, sis. I appreciate it.
It's all Gen X fodder. It's all good.
Yeah, Orchard Archivers do not follow Coop. She will lead you down that path and we will fall into a pit. Don't follow me.
Who needs some black coffee?
I know, right? So yeah, did the Muppets go on ice? I've talked about Sesame Street on ice. Did the Muppets go on ice? I don't remember now.
They might have. They were really
Okay.
strong in our era when we were children, but
Okay.
they had some cool characters too. I mean, of course, Kermit, Miss Piggy,
Fozzie Bear.
Fozzie was cute.
He was cute.
Yeah, he just looked sweet all the time.
He did.
Animal. Everybody liked Animal. I think hubby liked him.
Yeah, he was rowdy, wasn't he?
He was. He was cute too.
His eyebrows. He was so expressive with his eyebrows.
He had crazy eyes.
He did. There was also
Gonzo.
Gonzo.
Gonzo was stanky.
He was. There was a professor, right? And Beaker.
Professor. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And was it Ralph? Rolf? What was the dog that played the piano?
Yes, and he's in Muppet Baby, so that's how I remember him better from the cartoon. But yes, Rolf was the dog.
Okay. I'm there now. I was afraid I was going to say the wrong thing. They are blending. But yeah, so I would agree with you. Kermit definitely was probably their top. And he did commercials and stuff with other people.
Here he is now, our very own barrel of boss, Mr. Fozzie Bear.
Thank you. Time for fun with Fozzie Bear. Here's some jokes from everywhere.
Hey, it's that silly bear.
It's time for the audience to go elsewhere.
If you don't mind, I'll do the jokes.
We don't mind, but when are you going to do them?
Pay no attention to them, folks. They don't bother me. I can handle hecklers in my sleep.
Oh, well, don't tell that to the audience. They're asleep, too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? Yeah. Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm going to tell you my best joke. And if you don't laugh, then I'll never come back out on this stage again, okay?
It's a deal.
What's the matter with you?
Yeah. And like we said, the movies, Muppets really did have a mainstay. The fact that all of the mascots were live action and they probably did go on tours of sorts. I mean, so cool. You know, somewhere over the rainbow. No, Rainbow Connection. I'll get there. I need that coffee now, please.
Help her out.
So since I'm determined to talk about Sesame Street, I would say, who would you say is their top mascot?
For Sesame Street?
Yeah.
Cookie Monster?
Cookie Monster. I forgot about Cookie Monster.
He's nuts.
Hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here, and this is a mystery box. You see, if anybody can guess from the clues I give what is in this box, then they can keep what is in the box.
Is it cookie?
No, it is not a cookie.
Bye-bye.
But wait a second, Cookie Monster.
What?
There are clues.
Well, who care about clues without cookie? Me want cookie. No cookie, no guessing game from clues. Arrivederci, frog.
But wait a second,
Whoa,
Cookie Monster. Come
whoa.
back here. You
What?
see, I'll tell you what I'll do.
Okay.
If you guess what is in the box,
Yeah.
I'll give you a cookie.
It's a horse.
No.
It's a cow. It's a cotton ball.
No.
It's a pogo stick.
No.
It's a rump roast.
No.
And Oscar the Grouch, he was nuts too.
He's another one who was really expressing it with his eyebrows.
He's a green animal.
Yes, he literally was. Living in his garbage can. And then, of course, I already said Big Bird. That's who I think of mostly when I think of Sesame Street. And you had Grover, who was nuts. He was always trying to do something ridiculous. Oh, Bert and Ernie.
Okay, I'm a fan of Bert and Ernie.
Gee, Ernie. And now we're on this lake and not one bite. Where are all the fishes?
Oh, they're down there, Bert.
Yeah.
Sure. If you'd like, I'll catch some and show you.
Oh, you will? Easy as that.
Sure.
Ha! Okay, here's a pole. Go ahead, show me.
I don't need a fishing pole, Bert.
What? Well, how are you going to catch all these fishes without a fishing pole?
Oh, you see, I call them. I have this special fish call, and they come right into the boat.
Oh, they do? You call them? He calls them. That's rich. This I gotta see. Go ahead.
Sure.
Call them.
You see, Bert, I have to call them really loud, though, so
Yeah.
they can hear.
Yeah.
You know, the fish are under the water,
Sure.
and so you have to call real loud so they can hear you through the water. You
Sure,
know?
sure.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I call them like this. Fishy, fishy, fishy! One fish?
Wow.
I think I'll call a few more. Fishy, fishy, fishy!
I mean, if you can walk around sporting little tufts of fuzz like they do, then you are the OG.
Absolutely, right? And what was Ernie's toy of choice?
Rubber ducky.
Okay, so Rubber Ducky's going to get the honorable mention of being the mascot, right? Because he was everywhere with Ernie.
Well, he's still in play because he's probably one doing all these Jeeps and everything. Like, you know, the rubber duckies on the Jeeps, they go Jeeping and everything. Ernie's responsible for that.
Absolutely. That is adorable. But yes, I like that these are all emotional connections because we're talking from your childhood on, like very, very young, because it's safe for babies, pretty much. So I love that that's what we've talked about today because that's the quintessential point of branding. They want lifelong generational connections.
Yes.
So, and I'd say all three of those hit all the right notes. So, what say you, Kennedy?
Let's go back into some food items.
Okay.
I was always a fan back in the day of Pringles. And you go to grocery store and if you look at their line of snacks, what do you see on the can?
The Pringles guy.
Yeah, a little bald head and he's got the little mustache and the monocle.
But didn't you find out he had a name? What was his name?
Julio Pringles.
Now I'll tell you, that's interesting because when as you mentioned, you're walking down the aisle and you just see the face and all that, you're not necessarily thinking, oh, he's got a name, right? It's just, he's the brand is on the can. But for them to go as far as to give him a name I was kind of impressed by that. Because why is it Julio? What's the point of that?
I know. Is it like Julio Iglesias? Julio Pringles,
But I guess the fun fact is that he was originally designed with a thick, plump mustache and red eyes, making him a unique and recognizable figure and snack branding. So you just never know what paths lead to the road that leads to the highway of said goal. But it all has to start somewhere. The idea. Whether it's someone wakes up in the middle of the night like, that's the direction we should go, and they present it and everyone's like, yay, we're on board. But that mustache is definitely synonymous with Pringles. And Pringles, even the wording is kind of like in a bow tie, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So that's really cool. Another food item is sorry, Charlie. I think they said sorry, Charlie. I don't trust my mind anymore, but it's Charlie the tuna. There was also the mermaid. She was on another can of tuna. I think she was chicken of the sea.
Oh yeah, yeah, and those are retro sea life, because now if you think about sea life, I'm just gonna mention it real quick. Everybody knows the Starbucks mermaid,
100%. Yes.
so that's kind of cool. I mean, we can reach back and it's like people think, oh, Starbucks, that's the new, so cool. What a cool idea, so innovative. It's everywhere, global.
Yeah.
And we remember retro examples of sea life, like you said, Charlie the tuna and
Yeah.
the mermaid for chicken of the seas. We were kids I mean, you don't even really sometimes remember the product that they were touting. You do remember the mascots up front and center.
Yes. And her branding has changed a bit, I believe. She actually debuted in 1971. And I think her branding's changed just a little bit from the beginning. But it's pretty cool when it's really big, like on the side of a building or like on a window. Like it'll be like half of the branding or something, but you could still, it's still enough of it that you can recognize, oh, that's a Starbucks right there.
Yeah, yeah.
Even if it's just half of it or something, it's huge on the side. It's like, that is cool. That is really, really cool.
But here's the thing, if this was back in the day, talking about Starbucks and her as their mascot, it would have taken on a new flair. Like now it's just, more graphic art.
Yes.
There would have actually probably been a girl, a face,
Yes.
dressed up, interacting with customers or on commercials or whatever. And I mean, it's just, I miss how they presented their products through mascots of yesteryear. I do miss that.
Yeah. And it's interesting to wonder what creates that? What creates the need of the shift?
Corporatization.
Yeah.
It goes
Yeah.
in their pockets instead of into our minds and our eyeballs and everything for memories.
Yeah. Then you can't help but wonder, well, if that changes, like we won't go long on it. That's a show for another day. But even food, like when the bigger they get, it changes even how what the food tastes like, things like that, because it's cheaper, so it can be made on a mass scale. It doesn't taste like it used to. So it's like if they can change the logo, they're going to change the products that you're actually eating because they don't taste the same. It's all very different. Our nostalgia is so strong for our childhood because it was just much sweeter back then. Like it was just a sweeter sugar back then. I don't even know.
It was, and we say this all the time, but there really is truth to this. I mean, culture's different now, and people reach back and try to, revive what we remember and like and try to throw it into today's standards, but it's still not the same. So
No.
I don't think we're
No.
nuts for doing this. Nostalgia's grand. We're sticking to it.
So, oh my goodness, as we said, everywhere you look, there is a mascot of sorts, whether new or old. So, this conversation isn't likely to end soon. There's way more coming down the line. Feel free to write in and let us know if there's one we didn't talk about that is near and dear to your heart. That's it for this week's Apple Snack on Mascots. Coming up next week, part 5. But there's way more where that's coming from. Stay tuned. These caramel apples aren't likely to be done with this caramelicious topic. See you on the other side.